Tamugi. Rampage for no one. GG is called.
Shaker.
All right, hello everyone and welcome. This is ESL One. This is the NA qualifiers here. Well, I am your caster Moxie. I'm here with the wonderful D2 Bowie.
Hey.
Bowie, are you excited? I'm super excited for this matchup. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, we have the old March out of Army now, JSTorm versus Spain X. I'm pretty excited. The teams, they are pretty different in terms of draft, so I'm very interested to see how they're gonna pan out in terms of picks.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm very excited too. We've got, you know, the Pain X squad, which has been recently making a splash here in the South American region, and also now here in the NA region as well. And then on top of that, of course, we do have now JSTorm instead of VGJ. What do you think about the new name? Do you like it?
I don't know. I liked JSTorm. I also liked March out of Army. I don't know. I think it's...
You think they should have done like storming out of... I don't know.
Storming out of Army? That would be better.
No, that sounds bad. That sounds like deserting. But yeah, so we actually have a draft up here right now. I'm pretty excited. What do you think we're going to see out of these teams? You just said that the drafting style is a little bit different.
Yeah, so one thing I really noticed about JSTorm is that they usually like to last pick their supports. So they had a lot of less pick Shadow Demons, and I think they like to use it to counter like the Necrophos and the Spectres. So it's very different the way they draft in comparison to Pain X. So if they don't get the two supports right in the first phase, you always need to be aware of the Shadow Demon last pick. Very interesting.
All right, well, why don't we go pop on over here to the actual draft itself so our viewers can get an idea of what's going on. And hopefully it shows it. There we go. So this is something I noticed that Pain X has been doing fairly frequently here, right? So you've got that Phoenix pickup that's been run a lot in actually the position 5 setup for a lot of the NA teams. What do you think about that? Is that a good pick?
I like it. I think the hero offers a lot in the laning stage, actually. The cooldowns, you know, it's not the greatest level 1 hero, but after so many nerfs in those lane dominators like the Dark Willows, the Silencers, even the Necrophos to some extent, I think you can actually get away with a lot of like those weaker level 1 heroes. So because Phoenix actually scales so well, you have the level 10 GPM talent, and you know, eventually the Phoenix, if you get to level 20, it's just an unstoppable support. There's so much impact you can do.
All right. Well, we do see that picked up here again. And like I said, I've been seeing quite a bit of it. So I'm sure either it sneaks through the draft a couple times or we start seeing it getting banned with the amount of times that's picked up. But we do have an Earthshaker and a Mirana here for the side of JSTorm.
Yeah.
So what do we think about that?
I mean, the Shaker seems to be incredibly valued by every single team. It's very common to see it either first phase ban or as a first phase pick. So JSTorm, they ended up snatching that one. I do like it with the Mirana. You know, there's a lot of cool things you can do. You can send a Shaker, and then the Fisher kind of sets up the arrow. And it's just a versatile hero. It seems like a lot of the supports are getting very early Blink Daggers, and you can do a lot with it. My biggest fear is when you're playing against that Pugna ward. So if you try to Fisher first, there's a lot of things you need to take into account. You can even like kill yourself trying to go for the combo if the Nether ward is up. So it's a nice, I guess, counter pick in a sense by Pain X. And they're going to get the Drow out now, so maybe expecting a Drow strat here by JSTorm, especially if the Forev Mirana, a very popular, I guess it's one of his favorite heroes of all time. Gets pretty strong with the Drow.
Yeah, but the real question is, does he have the very fancy hat that just came out for her, right?
I'm pretty sure he has.
The one that drops all the frames? Why do you think we're seeing so much Earthshaker getting picked up, though, recently?
I mean, it was one of the strongest supports at TI, I think, and one of the heroes that got the least amount of nerfs. So if you check like Silencer and Dark Willow, as I said, a lot of those laning supports got severely nerfed. And the Shaker, the only difference, it's the eggs, right? So, I mean, the hero is still the same until you get the eggs. You're probably satisfied with what he can offer anyways. And it's also kind of like the Phoenix, right? Not the strongest level 1 hero, but since it scales so much, it's actually like... you can get away with picking a weaker heroes in lanes. At least that's how I feel. Giant Protector is also another hero that I feel like his pub win rate was insane.
Well, paired with the Phoenix, it's so dirty, right?
Yeah. Overgrowth into the egg.
The taunts coming out. I love it.
Yeah, and they also don't have a lot of push right now, right, on JStorm. So you ban the Drow, and you also get the Treant. So if they can actually hold their tier 1, it's going to be pretty hard for JStorm, at least for now. They can. Yeah, that's another very popular hero they pick, the Undying. Very strong lane dominator. Kind of compensates for the Shaker. And but still, very little push. So I'm kind of worried about how the Treant Protector is going to impact the game for PainX. I think JStorm, they kind of need to figure out how they're going to deal with it.
Yeah, right now, you know, the only person that really kind of hits those buildings is, of course, the Marana, but there's still 2 picks left. I'm sure that they'll come up with something to try to outdamage the living armor and whatnot. Although we do have quite a bit of, you know, we've got some sustain over on the side of PainX. You've got the Pugna pickup as well. It's going to be able to kind of push down those buildings. And the other sustain, of course, coming out from Phoenix is that Sunray. Don't see it quite as much, but it still is so good. And a lot of, like, the laning stage and whatnot. Just creating chaos in a lot of these fights.
Yeah, and when you pair it up with the Pugna, right, pretty much actually all the damage that Phoenix outputs is magical. So the Qualifier is gonna really help that Phoenix deal more damage. It's probably gonna be Liposa playing the Phoenix. He's been playing it 5 quite a bit.
It's so weird to see him playing 5.
Yeah.
I remember, you know, back, you know, because we do so much with the South American region usually, Bowie and I. You know, I considered him probably like the 2nd best offlaner in all of SA Dota. It was Tavo, and then it was, you know, now he's Lelis, but, you know, when he was Liposa, it was very startling to see him get picked up as the position 5. I think for a while we thought that he was actually going to be 4, and they were going to put Flea there, but now they've got Flea still in that 4 position. So, yeah, I would assume. Ooh, cat versus cat lady. I like it. I like it.
Probably the Ritsu Luna. Very. I actually seen some games where they actually put CCNC on carry when Ritsu picks Broodmother. By the way, Broodmother is open, so you should never count that out. But we might see the Brood getting banned in the last phase. They already took the Huskar out, so not a lot of cheese heroes left. So they are lacking. Yeah, they already have 2 supports inside of JStorm. So what do you get here? I would like a melee hero versus the Luna, or the Terrible is actually banned. So
yeah, they took him out very, very early. That is a hero that has been seeing, especially again, South American region, lots of play, just with that pushing potential, right? You hit a certain point, and you just group up with your team, all 5 peoples, try to take down those towers whenever meta's up, and if you get like a little extra something like an Invoker that has the Alacrity, or you've got the Ogre with the Bloodlust, it's really just dirty.
Yeah. And another thing to mention here is that it was actually JStorm that banned the Terrorblade. So there's not a lot of melee carries left that actually pair well against the Luna. Sometimes you would see the Slark, but it's kind of a... Like, I think the hero is still okay, but I'm not sure they have a player.
I don't know that hero is that good.
I mean, it's very good versus Luna.
No, absolutely. Yeah. It's great against Luna, but I'm not sure.
And you have the Dispel against the Tree, and you have the Dispel against the Pugna. There's a lot of burst damage, though, so it's kind of tricky how it would pan out. But maybe the Undying would be able to enable this Lark. I would be okay with that hero, but maybe they have something else in mind.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they want to pick up to kind of deal with this Luna. Because Luna, of course, one of those heroes, too, that even if you slow her down a little bit during laning phase, she will eventually, you know, get what she needs in the jungle if you're not just always putting a lot of pressure on her, right? We've seen HFN play that hero quite a bit. And if, you know, the team is, you know, making space, making stacks, she just recovers so well. So do you pick up a Lena, though, for the side of JStorm? So that's going to be some nice burst damage. It gives you a little bit more capability of hitting that egg if you've got the fiery souls up, and then also hitting towers, which was a thing that both you and I were concerned about for the side of JStorm.
That is true. I do like the Luna, though, for PainX, also because of the Tombstone. You can actually attack the Tombstone, and the Glaze will bounce to other heroes. So you're actually destroying the Tombstone and dealing damage at the same time. There's not a lot of heroes that offer that sort of thing. But now we're going to see the last bans here. They are liking a mid hero. It could be Pugna mid for PainX, although I'm pretty sure 4DR plays the Pugna as well. It's a decent lane for the Pugna. So they actually... I think PainX, they're in the driver's seat here. Not only they have the Pugna that is already a pretty good matchup versus the Lina, you have last pick, you have 10th pick, so you're going to be able to adjust your draft to whatever they throw at you. I'm going to take the TA.
Yeah, so I think they're assuming that we'll be seeing that Pugna not in the mid position here. This is actually such a dirty team fight, right? If you take a look at this, you've got, you know, the Treant Overgrowth, you've got Phoenix Egg, you're going to have Eclipse, which will come out from Luna. You've got the Pugna with the Nether Ward that's just going to blow up this lane if she's not careful, right? So what does JSTorm want to do here? Like, because taking team fights seems like it's a very scary thing, right?
Yeah, I think you really need to win the lanes so that
Mhm.
the Luna is not fighting with the team in the early mid game. I like the Brewmaster. Very good versus the Luna. You're gonna force a lot of mana out of her. She's gonna be forced to loosen, to get range creeps, and thus she won't be very strong in lane. You also you might be able to AoE dispel the overgrowth, right? With your Brewmaster ult.
I'm not 100% sure on that, actually.
Huh. If that is possible, that is actually huge versus the versus the Protector. I am not sure, but I think it should work.
We'll have to keep an eye on that during the team fights, among all the other things that'll be going on coming out from Paynex.
Yeah, but I do like the Brewmaster pick. I think it's initiation that we're liking a little bit. Shaker is going to get a Blink Dagger potentially after the Brewmaster, so he's going to be able to fight since the start. And they still lack a lot of push, but if they're able to, get very good fights, they're going to be able to group up and take the towers.
The lockdown's a little light on the side of Paynex, though, right now, right? Because you've got that overgrowth, you got the mini stun from the Lucent Beam, but what else are they going to be able to do? Because, normally... Okay, that's a little bit more lockdown. It's a lot of pushing potential, though, right? If they want to fight, like, mid-game on the side of Paynex with Luna, if she's got that farm and she's able to, push into that high ground, those buildings are just going to be toast.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling Paynex a little bit more. Not only they have this late game advantage of the Luna, I don't think they have a hero that actually deals with Luna in the late game. You have so much early push. I think they're going to be able to create a lot of space for Ritsu. And it's really all about the lanes. I think JSTorm, they need a sort of an edge in the lanes if they want to take this. Yeah, that Undying is going to have to do a lot. And the Lina, it's going to be Lina versus DK, so it's a little bit better than the Pugna. But then you're going to have the Pugna versus that, oh, it's actually Moo playing Brewmaster safe lane then. Huh.
Okay.
All right. So that is weird.
That's an understatement, I think. But no, the only thing I'm a little concerned about too with the Brewmaster, right, is the fact that they don't really have super great, like, I mean, eventually they'll have a lot of burst, right? Especially with the Pugna sort of thing. But, like, if he's going to be able to get off these splits and all of these fights, he's still going to be able to make quite a bit of chaos. And, like, you will have a bunch of the glaives bouncing around quite a bit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how this is all going to unfold, because you really, generally, you want to just blow up that Brewmaster, like, first thing. Just take him out of the fight or get a pick off or something or force it out. So...
Yeah, and in this game, he's going to be more farmed than usual, I assume, since he's going to be playing that.
Yeah, fingers crossed if he's going to be on the position 1 that he's not, still getting position 3 kind of farm.
Yeah, but I kind of prefer, actually, the Brewmaster as a safe laner here, because Mirana, I don't think she really can withstand the Luna in the late game. But if you get a very far Brewmaster with, like, a Radiance and a lot of auras, it might be able to actually wear the Luna off.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see, but very interesting draft by both sides. Let's see. I mean, Oteo, very back in the day, used to play carry Brewmaster. I think Bernie actually played a hero, so maybe they're throwing a curveball here.
I like it. I like unexpected Dota.
Nice.
I have to, right? Because I've been casting the South American Sea for so long. Good stuff right there, boys. Okay. All right, into the game. And you're right. We do have the. How do you feel about this blonde Mirana? I'm not a fan. I'm biased, though. Obviously, I'm not a blonde.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Let her.
Is this an aggro coming out here from Paynex?
It might be, but it's very normal nowadays to just send 3 heroes to the offlane just to scout the lanes.
True.
And then you just send the other support to the other lane if needed. Mart's gonna be there with the Brewmaster.
I don't know though. We're seeing the Pugna down here in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
So I think they are gonna go for like the full aggro. I kind of like that. I kind of like that they want to make sure that they can get this farm here for Ritsu, right?
Yeah, and I think he needs farm. He needs some help if he's gonna be versus the Brewmaster, because that is. I won't say a tough matchup, but the Luna's not gonna be able to farm a lot, and Luna is a hero that really needs go to actually catapult.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she's not one of the. I mean, she's got a decent kit on her own, but she definitely shines when she's got that little bit of farm. For sure here.
And she's pretty good in tri-lanes just because of her aura.
All right, there's the horn. Let's see how this all goes down. The basic runes, everybody grabbing each other's. It's funny because usually, you see the Radiant take the top 2 and the Dire always get the bottom 2 for most part, but I like how Flea's really kind of just throwing his weight around here in the top lane.
Yeah, and he still didn't learn any spells, so waiting to see if... Oh, actually,
Actually,
TP is bot.
TP out. All right, so I guess they are switching it up. They don't want to face, I think like you said, Bowie, they don't want the Luna facing off with the Brewmaster.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that, you know, she's going to have to resort to using that Lucent Beam, so. So what do we think about this mid lane, right? So Bryle should have a little bit of the edge because, you know, he's got that range over here on CCNC, but CCNC, of course, you know, it's not a paper mid by any means.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough level 1, but the DK, as levels pass by, I think it equalizes pretty easily. And now that Treant Protector is Forev's gonna have a tough time here.
Which is narrowly Nyx Ritsu there too.
They have so much base damage. Click in the Treant. He has 104 damage. Forev's gonna struggle to get any CS.
It's like Lelis is leading the conga line over here. He's sitting very, very low though. March, he's gonna get the first blood here in this top area. Oh, and the and the tip.
Nice.
So this Undying doing what he's supposed to do, right? We talked about him. He's gonna have to have a lot of impact here in this top lane, and it looks like he's doing his job. Did see, you know, some harass coming out from Lelis on this Phoenix. Feels so weird to call him that. I still keep wanting to call him Laposa. But yeah, again, he's just gonna get those stacks of decay up. He's gonna get slowed down a little bit by Lelis here with those fire spirits. And it looks like Moose just hitting creeps behind the tower, so seems pretty content with that right now.
Yeah, and check the mid lane actually. The CCNC 11 CS versus 6 on Bryle. I don't think the lane should be that uneven, especially earlier on. I think the DK just gets better as the lane state progresses.
Okay. That's gotta be annoying though, right? Every time you get that light striker right to the face, you go forward for those hits.
Yeah.
But he's holding his own, for sure. He's top of the CS, so.
Start with the bracer.
Lelis is getting chased by a zombie here again in this top lane. He's got to be really careful. They actually go. They munch on a mango. Another mango. They drop the tombstone. They want this kill over here onto the Phoenix. He's going to have to swoop himself away here. I think he's actually going to be okay. I don't know. March really wants to look at him. Doesn't even have those boots. He's just like, go, my zombie. Go and get a bottom lane. They find themselves a kill, though, over here on the Treant Protector. And now Ritsu getting bullied by the Mirana, of course. So with this bottom lane, it still feels like the CS is fairly evened up, except for the fact that, you know, you really want Ritsu to be having a great lane, right? Not just a subpar.
Yeah.
Oh no, that fissure! Oh, the leap forward coming out from Forev! Can they get the kill over here? Do they have that healing? No, they're not gonna be able to do it. All right, well, Mirana throwing her weight around, showing Luna what's up.
Yeah, great fissure by Milan.
Absolutely.
And not only is she's getting pretty decent farm, the Mirana is also arrowing the large camp there. So doing pretty well in that turf here for Forev.
Yeah, she does have that little bit of an advantage with using the arrow. We do have a bit of... I think I'm pretty sure that the other boys here on the side of Phoenix, 4DR and Lelis, are both playing out of Brazil, right? Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm wondering if there's a little bit of a... Yeah.
Ping issue?
It might be a ping issue, or, you know, sometimes the internet... I don't know exactly where Laposa plays out of.
Yeah, he's from Minas Gerais in Brazil, but I'm not sure exactly, like, where everyone is.
Okay.
Because I know that the players actually traveled to Brazil to play the qualifiers for
I believe they left, though,
yeah, they
right?
left.
The North American guys, yeah.
But I don't know if the Brazilian players went with them.
I think they're still down there.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though. I could be 3,000% wrong. Oh, Bryle sitting very low here. Does pick up that bottle, though, from the courier. Top lane. March is doing a great job with just really harassing, keeping these guys off of that lane. 9 and 3 right now over on the Pugna. And Moo's feeling pretty good right now, too, with his CS 15 and 11.
Yeah, for now it looks like CCNC is the one holding their hopes here. He's way ahead of everyone else, but the other lanes are struggling quite a bit.
I just love watching March just chase around this poor burb, right? Forcing out the... forcing out that Icarus dive, the swooping. Bit of a problem here. Oh, nice Fissure Light Striker right into Arrow. Oh no, Flea. I don't think you make it out. That's one less tree in this jungle. Nice setup there coming out. And that gives Bryle a little bit more of an edge here in the mid lane. Sitting at level 5. What's CCNC sitting at? Also level 5.
That is such a good combo, the Earthshaker Morana. They're playing it perfectly. Okay, so
12 stacks of decay on March. Oh my word. Bottom lane, a little bit of harass coming out here over onto Forev. Ritsu feels like he's not having the most comfortable lane, and I think that's going to end up being a little bit of an issue. Runes are coming up though right now. Looks like March, oh, he really wants to get that, get his own rune and really slow down Lelis here. We'll be able to secure his own, but Lelis, of course, Icarus dives away. Man, who would have thought that like bounty runes would become so incredibly critical?
I mean,
the point that teams are being named after it.
He decided, and actually it was nerfed, right? It was kind of double the gold that he gives now. And I kind of like it. I think it gives purpose to the map. I think it kind of guides where the players need to be. Especially in pub games. I think it makes the games a little bit better.
Interesting that they just kind of had the Undying Wander through over here. It's just got brown boots, maybe trying to discourage the DK a little bit? I don't know.
I think they just want to give solo experience for Mu. He's pretty close to level 6, and they're going to start to go for a lot of aggressive plays when he gets it.
That would make sense. Bottom lane, another Fissure coming out. Oh, Flea, he's trying to get himself. He goes into the trees. They don't have the detect, and he's actually going to make it out alive. Rev taking a decent amount of harass here from the creeps, and of course the tower, but he still finds Flea at the end of the day and gets that kill. Look how low Milan is, too.
So, alright, DK now gets level 6. He's going to start to create some pressure here, but he's not even attacking the tower. Ryle doing a good job here pushing the wave.
I have a TP coming out from the Phoenix. This is such a poor burb. Look at him. Poor just has that little, that stick.
Okay.
They're stacking a little bit over here on the side. This is making a little bit of space though down here for Ritsu at least, so he can hit some creeps. But of course, you know, I'm sure they're going to be coming right back to mess with him.
Yeah, he just got level 5. Still doesn't have that Mask of Madness, can't really jungle. Tough game for him. They do get a stack here. Flea gets a video game stack. Needs to be careful, Ritsu. Long approaching him.
I don't quite have that level 6 online yet for the Mirana, but they're just going to be throwing their weight around, right? Effectively, just watch Milan just walk right through zoning. No creeps for you today, Luna, although they're going to go for a pull, try to get some CS on him that way. At least. Solo XP over here. We have a rotation coming out, though, from Bryle into the top lane. Will run himself face first here into the burb. Oh, he's going to turn around my striker right follow up with that Dragon Slave and some right click. See you later for DR. And now can Lelis get out? He's already used that Icarus dive. Oh, this is looking like a very, very dead Phoenix. No rising up for you today. Bryle gets a double kill. And while that's going on, though, they do find a kill on Ritsu here in the bottom lane.
This is looking pretty rough.
Indeed.
They don't even commit the primal split there, so it's not even like 4DR can go back to the lane. He's on level 5. Mu can kill him whenever he wants. He just needs to finish his phase. He's actually going Helm of the Dominator on Mu, so they kind of want to start pushing and make sure that the Treant doesn't have enough levels to hold the towers.
Yeah, CCNC, he pops that dragon form over here. He's going to try to chase down March. March, of course, fairly tanky. Does have to be a little bit careful. The Phoenix Swoop comes through with that Icarus dive, but they're just going to chase him away and put some pressure on the tower instead. And while that goes down, bottom lane, Rev going to get taken down. Flea hiding. They have dust this time, though. Bowie, you're not going to be able to get away. Milan, though, is trying pretty hard to chase after Flea here. They're taking some tower damage. Look at all of this damage getting thrown over onto Forev. They really are committed for this. They don't actually have leap over here on Forev either. I think they're going to have to back off because these creeps are just doing quite a number over here on Forev because he dove past the tower. And the Phoenix, making this rotation, should be able to get this kill. Go swoop forward, throw down those spirits. Fissure comes out, but is it going to be enough? Ooh, Forev burning down. One more hit. He's going to be able to do the trick. And now Flea, his revenge coming forward. Sunray, hip hop on the head. And it looks like they'll be able to finally take down Milan.
They really needed those kills, Moxie.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
It was looking pretty...
Well, that's pretty ridiculous when you consider how far they chased, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little greedy there.
I mean, the game's still pretty hard for Pain, don't get me wrong. But their towers are actually looking quite healthy, and the Treant survived through all of this. So he's level 5. He has a lot of levels. He's going to be able to start holding those towers if JSTorm starts pushing.
Oh, that was actually so ridiculous here. Watching this top lane, right? Mu got a little bit close to that creep wave, and the Decrepify came out with the life drain and one of the blasts, and it just took him to like a little bit below half health. Oh, but they find themselves a kill over here on Lelis. He just can't get away from Bryle. Bryle showing who the true Firebird is here, I guess, right?
Pain, they do get 2 bounties, so still pretty. They've been doing, even though they're dying everywhere, they've been doing a good job of actually getting bounties. But bottom.
Oh, they've got to be so careful here. Bryle gonna get leech
6.
seed. He does have that. And they're gonna swoop around, throw down that Icarus, follow up with a light striker, right, to kind of make some space. They do find Perev over here though. There's gonna be the Eclipse coming out, but their Moonlight Shadow, they still get the kill. Not a bad first Eclipse coming out here from Ritsu. And finally getting the kill on the Mirana. It looks like there is some... Oh, look at this again here in the top lane. It just does so much damage here to Mu. He actually hasn't used that Primal Split, I don't think, just yet. And there's a little chase over here in the jungle. Looks like Lelis in for trouble again. Gonna use that taunt, though, as he gets healed up by his Treant. I feel like that's just... The whole game has been chase the bird, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty hard matchup for the Phoenix because he doesn't really need to attack to harass the bird. So Ladius just runs away until he has egg. He's getting pretty close to level 6. It looks like they gave the tome to Treant. He's already level 7, so this is huge for Pain X. The fact that they got those kills and now Treant has level 4 living armor, it just means that it's going to be very rough for JSTorm. Even with that Helm of the Dominator on Mu, they pretty much dealt no damage to the towers, and what they did is already being healed in the bottom lane.
So how does this fare for them? Like, the later that this goes for Pain X, is this more comfortable for them, or? Oh,
definitely. Like, without a doubt. Because, yeah, first of all, the Undying falls off very hard unless he gets that level 15. And for now, I mean, he's level 7, but I don't think he's going to be able to do as much as he does in the laning stage. And then you have this DK that is very close to a Shadow Blade already. They're going to have a lot of kill potential on Rana, on any hero, actually. Besides the Brewmaster, I think everyone just dies to a Shadow Blade rotation +1.
The longer that they can hold this out, the better it looks on the side of Pain X. We do see another rotation coming out here from Bryle. He's got that Laguna Blade online again. They have that ward. They know that Lelis is here. This poor little birdie cannot catch a break. They'll be able to maybe... No, he swoops out. Nice save coming out from 40R at the last second. Mu, he still has that split up. He's not in for too much trouble yet, but it looks like 40R gonna try to just TP himself out. Will be able to do it no problem. He's been holding on for this for quite a while. The split. Yeah, I mean, it's... They don't even have egg up. Not that it would really save him, right? Yeah, there it is. There's the fissure. There's going to be everything in the kitchen sink. Bryle is on a mega kill streak right now.
Yeah, they actually ended up placing 2 wards there, and more importantly, this is a huge rotation. They really need to make sure they get this tower, or else the Treant will start healing. Curious to see if Pain X would just give this away, or...
I mean, we do see a TP coming out. I don't know that that's a good idea. Oh boy, yeah, no, immediately CNC, you are almost completely alone here. They still do have that split up and running over here on the Brewmaster. He's actually going to go and commit it. They turn back around. Sunray going to come out, but they've got that life drain too. And it looks like Pugna's going to get thrown up into the air, take a little time off, follow with the Light Striker, right? Bryle just gets himself a double kill.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea. They had 2 heals with the Sunray and the Pugna, but they really didn't... the DK was there slightly too early. That being said, they do get mid with Ritsu, so that's huge. That's tier 1 mid tower for the Luna, and already level 9, getting close to that madness. So I think if they trade even in towers, it's still okay for Pain X. Now, they just need to make sure they don't lose towers.
Oh, they have dust. They were looking for Flea. They don't know. He's right beside you. It's like a horror movie, Bowie. You know he's there, but he's not.
And he has that overgrowth again.
He does, and then comes 4DR. Looks like they want to try to defend this, but they don't have the whole squad, and that's a 5-man rotation coming out from JSTorm. I know it still says March out of Army, but
yeah,
it's throwing me off a little bit.
They spotted the rotation. I think you need to give this up. Like, even though it's bad losing towers, they know there's 5 heroes here. You just cannot fight this.
No, absolutely. That's one of those towers, too, that you kind of just need everybody to be there. And right now, they're just not really in a position to 5-man against this.
Yeah.
So they'll just rotate Ritsu here to the top lane. I like this movement. He's mirroring, just going to try to put some more pressure on the tower because they know they can't really do too much down here. Flea trying a little bit with that living armor, but eventually it does just get taken down.
So the question is, can PNX get this tier 1 top for free? I don't think so. But,
I don't know.
they are smoking here. They might give up top tower to get a good rotation.
The only person they could really grab right now is maybe this Treant because DK not really showing here, sitting very far back. And they know that there's quite a few people top, so it looks like Ritsu going to be able to get that top tower, has the Mask of Madness online, working on the Dragonlance, but they're already putting pressure here in the mid lane. CCNC is just sending out the SOS call. Fissure comes through. It's looking pretty good right now. Going to be able to dive through that Icarus, and they have that Sunray trying to keep CCNC alive. They'll actually go. They'll use the egg, and now they'll probably have to turn their attention. Very nice overgrowth, though, coming out from the tree, and CCNC might actually make it out alive. The life drain coming out from 4DR. Keep them alive. They go for the Echo Slam, but it just really doesn't do much of anything over here. Looks like they will get themselves a consolation prize, though. Brile finds himself a kill over onto Flea, and they're still trying to take down Lelis here. That Fissure going to be able to catch up over here to CCNC. Do they have the detection, though? No. We'll just back off. Be content with the fact that they took one of those towers.
Yeah, but even then, Ritsu actually applied a lot of pressure top here.
Oh, Brile, though. Oh, the Eclipse comes out. He's got the Yules, though. Buys himself some more time. Will land back down. Lightstrike Array coming through. He will use the Laguna, but he's just too low. He needs to run himself away. March going to be able to go. Use that Soul Rip. Heal him up.
No TP. He has no TP.
This is looking, I don't know. He's doing a lot of damage, though, right now. March going to walk away. Looks like they've realized, all right, this maybe not the best engagement to take right now. Ritsu will walk himself out. And thank God for that living armor, huh?
I mean, this is a 4K golded for JSTorm, but I still think they're going for the right moves. They were able to buy a lot of time. It was a great egg by Lelis, and a lot of damage done to that top tower. The Luna's starting to, like, already pretty much top CS, and in terms of net worth, doing reasonably well. I think this is looking better than the gold graph might lead you to believe, or the kill score.
It's not about the kills, right, Bowie? It's an objective-based game.
Yeah, and
all about defending the Ancients.
oh, the bird smoked him.
Oh boy. March gonna have to walk himself out there. CCNC is there. He'll follow up with the Dragon Tail to go Decrepify, and one big ol' another blast to the face will take March out. So that should be another tier 2 here on the side of PNX.
That being said, they do complete the Blink Dagger on Milan, so he's gonna have that for the next fight. Echo still on cooldown. And the Brewmaster, since he decided to get the helm first, he's gonna have the Blink Dagger slightly later, but still pretty decent timing.
Looks like they are making a rotation now to the jungle. They want to try to cut it off from Luna as much as possible, but I love this, Bowie. Like, look over here. They've got some nice wards up, so we know that this is just completely open right now for Ritsu. He can go farm up, doesn't have to worry. Plus, they're showing at least 2 people down here in this bottom lane.
Yeah.
I like this movement. I think this is very, very smart coming out from him. But bottom tower is going to get taken down uncontested, and there's no way that Flea can heal this damage up, so.
Yeah.
What's the next move here? They do have the split up.
Huh.
Are they going to just go high ground without an Aegis here? Although, look at this. Look in the top lane. Look what Ritz is doing.
Alright.
I think he's going to have to make his way home, though. Look at the damage coming out. Lightstrike Array, they're just going to be able to flush up using the stacks of fire, and that's some damage, but it is healable damage. They have a Treant.
Exactly.
They do manage to scare V2 away from the top lane, too, so.
And
Do they engage on this, though? It's only 3v. No, it looks like the rest of the team's going to sit in the base.
Ritsu TP is back
They're
home.
thinking about it. They're thinking, yeah, there's going to be the tree they found, and Laguna comes through. Brile is godlike. And Moo loves everybody.
And he's going for a very early BKB, so it does look like JSTorm, they understand that if this game goes too much late, it's going to be very hard for them. So they're going, no Shadow Blade, no Bloodstone, straight up BKB. I guess they'll probably get Roche at some point, and then they'll start grouping up and try to get a very convincing fight, because you can go for small engagements like this. It doesn't, like, it literally does nothing because they can heal the tower. You just need to win a convincing fight, and the BKB really helps in that regard.
We haven't had an actual reveal, like grand reveal of this Blink Dagger yet on Milan. Do you think that would make a big difference?
Yeah.
Jumping in here.
Definitely will. Oh, now they have 2, so they
Oh,
might
dear.
be thinking about it. Do they have
This is a good item timing, right? To kind of show off their muscle around, because you're feeling pretty confident right now, especially in Brile.
Yeah, but it looks like they bought a smoke on the side of Pain X. They might be... Oh, actually, there's Dragon Form popped on the DK here. I'm really sure.
Alright, well, we do see a smoke coming out from the side of the Dire here.
Ooh, this is looking pretty good for Storm. No Dragon Form on DK. This is not good.
They're splitting up, though, a little bit. They have to be careful. March was just going to throw down some vision on the side, but ooh, look at this. Rune's coming up soon. Will they take the bait?
They're going to get 4 bounties for JSTorm.
Oh, that's so good for them. Yeah, there we go. Easy as money. Oh, that arrow at the he can jump through for Rev, finds himself a bird. And we'll take him out. So that's a good pick off top lane. Looks like they've got their eyes over here on Ritsu. I don't know if they know. So Ritsu feels like something's up. Doesn't see people on the map. Just gonna TP out immediately for DR. Oh, Milan, he was so close, but that fog, the nighttime vision. They drop the tombstone. It's just too late.
Okay, so...
A close call, though, here for these guys. Good thing their spidey sense was tingling and they were looking at the map, right?
And there is BKB ready for the Lina. I think they're in a pretty good spot right now. They can take the outer towers and probably Roche afterwards. So I don't think Painax can defend any of their towers now. They need to split push with the Luna and maybe try to go with some plays with Shadow Blade, but they need the Dragon Form back. It's actually pretty much up now.
We know it's really funny because we were talking during the draft about how strong the team fight was coming out from the side of Pain X, but they just haven't had an opportunity. There was maybe one opportunity where they kind of got to show it off, but it just feels like their real estate is just slowly disappearing here.
Yeah, it's just that they were playing from behind in the laning stage. The only lane that really stood out was CCNC on that DK. Everyone else just struggled really hard.
Well, that's what we were talking about, too, is the fact that JSTorm, they had to win this laning phase. They had to put a lot of pressure. And yeah, you know, CCNC did a great job over in the mid lane, but the rotation started coming out, and then everything just felt like it was slowly unraveling. And it's unraveling a little bit faster now, too, for the side of Pain X.
Yeah, they might force this even more. They still have the dominated catapult.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? CCNC gets hit with the arrow. They drop a sentry. They just want to wipe him off the face of the planet, and they will. There's a big Echo Slam coming out. They'll take down the Phoenix.
They cut the wave a little bit with Ritsu, but that's not enough.
Not
More
enough.
creeps.
Yeah, look at this, the stacks of fire rate, too. That's how fast that Brile is slamming here into this this Rax. A lot of momentum coming out from these guys on JSTorm, and they're taking advantage of it.
Okay, so it looks like they just decided to give... I think considering the arrow, you have to give up the lane of barracks. I like that they didn't like panic. We are approaching a meme score though, so... Let's see if we're gonna get it. For now, they're just...
Are you rooting for the side of JSTorm? Because, you know, that is how we get our memes to score.
I mean, it's just one kill. Kills don't matter. We already talked
That's
about
true. That's true. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Scan here coming by the Radiant. Don't really find anything.
So do you think they just want to go walk into the Roche pit right now?
JSTorm? I think they could even... I think they could even go high ground again, but your Roshan, like, it's fine. Because they have all their cooldowns. The only one they spent was the Echo.
There it is. They're in the pit already. They'll just
Free Roche.
take it down. They can't really do much about it right now.
So the Luna, how is she doing? She has BKB. They actually have 2 BKBs, so the DK and the Luna. This is a decent power spike for Painax.
It's actually going to be... oh, okay. They're going to let Forev just jump on into the fight here. Got that MKB online.
I like it because it's very hard to bring down Mu, and with the BKB, it's very unlikely that the Lina dies. So these
True.
MKB Miranas are going to be able to do so much damage.
Alright, Vlads gets picked up over here on our Brewmaster, so that's even more sustainability in a lot of these fights, plus the healing coming out from, again, the Undying and the Phoenix. They're just going to be content to drop some drop a sentry and just take down the shrine over here. Oh, they're trying to get the wrap on them, though. They do have the... Oh, they spot out Flea immediately, but there's a lot more there, guys. The split comes out. There's a nice arrow coming through. Looks like Flea going to be able to make himself away. There's going to be the Eclipse. There's going to be the leap forward as well here. BKB is getting popped left and right. They do manage to take down Flea. There's going to be the egg, and they just need to take it down. Forever's burning just too fast. Aegis is going to come through. Bryle, he actually gets stunned up by that Phoenix egg at the last second, even though he's got that BKB, and they're going to be able to go throw out a fissure. And it looks like the side of Storm just wants to walk away from this. Moo trying to get himself out too, does have that blink. So wonderful fight coming out here for the side of Pain X, right? That's what we were talking about, boy. We wanted to see a good team fight, and I think that qualifies as one.
Yeah. It was like not an amazing fight, but the fact that they were able to take the Aegis down kind of makes JSTorm not really likely to push the high ground. And as long as they can hold, I think we did talk about it. I still think like it's only a 9,000 goalie. All that being said.
Now here's the flip side to this though, right? Because they use pretty much everything in the kitchen sink during... Oh, they have the vision over here on Moo. Moo's trying to move himself away. That Light Striker right followed up with the dunk from Milan. They'll take down Hellas. Can they get anything else here? It looks like Moo might be in for some trouble. He actually gets taken down by CCNC. The arrow is going to miss. And it looks like JSTorm, they're still on the hunt though. They're not quite ready to give up. They'll find that ward over here. The leap forward coming out from 4F. He wants this kill over onto the Pugna. And now CCNC, he finds himself this 4F, but the heal coming out from March. Gonna buy some more time. They've got that dust. They'll still be able to take down the Earthshaker. Milan will fall, but they get the kill on CCNC.
Alright. There was a great Decrepify by 40R in that fight, saved Ritsu, and they were able to still, like, it's a fight that they don't necessarily win, but it really puts JSTorm away from their base. And as long as Ritsu is farming, I still think they have hope.
I feel like, yeah, whenever you have a Luna on board, as long as it's not super, super, super late, right? And they've got like something crazy hard, that's still, you have that capability of catching up, but it's still going to be an uphill battle for them. Oh, yeah. Finds himself the double damage rune here. I'm not sure if they're going to hold on to that for CCNC or no, sorry, not CCNC. For Ritsu, yeah, Ritsu making their way over, but they're trying to bait it. They find Ritsu right here. They'll fall out that overgrowth, throw out. Oh no, that Light Striker right coming in at the last second for Bryle, follow up with the fissure. Oh, beyond godlike. Oh, and they spot out Mr. Tree. Mr. Filet, you're out of here.
That was pretty greedy of Ritsu because he saw the animation coming from the Lena. He didn't BKB. And this is Catapult Wave, right? We have
oh no, we've got the Cardi that's traveling around with
yeah,
with his friends here. But I mean, it makes it a Catapult Wave, right?
And no buyback on Ritsu. Let's see how much they're gonna pressure.
It's gonna be the tree buyback. We don't have that overgrowth for another 30-something seconds though. And you know that Bryle's just gonna sit as far back as possible so that way he can go and just hit onto these towers. He can hit onto the egg. You know, the jump forward coming out here from Moo does find 4DR. He's trying to chase after him. They'll actually go for the split. The arrow comes through at the last second. They're just grouped up like perfectly in line. That's a double kill for Bryle. Buybacks coming out immediately now from 4. Oh my gosh. They're just slaying away over here on this tower. They've got the pandas right in the front, so they can't even get close. And just look at this tower melt. Split is done though. So I don't know if they want to try to go in on this. They do have the buyback coming out from Phoenix. They're not ready to give up all of this just yet. It looks like Flea. Oh no, Flea! He's gonna get taken down. And the BKB comes out from Ritsu, but the BKB comes out from Bryle as well. And he's just used to get away so fast though. There's so much damage coming out, and they'll actually be able to go take down that Marana. And oh my gosh, they take down March as well. So they go, they get a couple of these buildings, get the tower, put some decent damage over here on the melee.
Yeah,
that's a lot of buybacks, right? How many buybacks?
It's a super costly fight, but you could see like this, like how this Lune is already so strong. She just pops that BKB, and there's literally no answer for them, especially when the split is down. So if they can keep holding, it's it starts to get kind of grim for JSTorm.
So it looks like Ritsu's actually got a Sanj queued up, so he's going to be going for the Sanj and Yasha instead of a Manta here?
Yeah, there's not a lot to dispel besides the Drunken Haze, and as long as you have BKB, you're going to be fine. You're just going to be tanky, and it's pretty good chasing power against the Lina.
That's true. That's very true. So what are we going to see next here? So we had, you know, pretty big fight as they went onto the high ground. Do we see them try to wait for the next Roche on the side of JSTorm? Do they want to keep putting that pressure down? Because like you said, the later it goes, the more dangerous it becomes for them, especially with the way that the Luna has just been slicing through everyone with that BKB up.
Yeah, I think considering how close to the Roshan time it is, I think you wait, because Pain, they were able to actually get some decent fights. So if somehow you get a bad fight and you just give Pain the ages, that's such a huge turn of momentum. So I think you just chill for a while.
Alright.
Unless you get like an amazing pick. They do have Echo, so it is possible.
Oh, Milan. Yeah, they spot out that there is indeed a ward there. Gonna trot himself away. It's a lot of people though headed over into this jungle. So I guess they're just trying to mirror each other again.
Yeah, they're getting control over the Roshan area. They know that this is the way JSTorm actually wins this game. So even playing from behind, they understand they need to be here.
What's Milan thinking? He's thinking about it. Taking that fissure toss. We'll get the shrine though in the bottom part of the jungle. It's a little bit more security here, I guess, for the side of JSTorm. And they do have a gem over here on Brile as well, so they're going to be able to take down a lot of these wards. And it's going to become a bit scary. You know, Luna does have that little bit of extra night vision, but it's no replacement for having actual vision on the map.
Yeah.
Otherwise, all seems pretty calm. Just everybody trying to farm up. Getting those runes, of course.
The Undying gets level 15. That's a huge power spike in the team fights. Even if he dies now, we're going to have that second one. So March is going to be pretty happy even if he dies. Now, the Roshan timer is very close. So this is going to decide. If we get a pretty long one, Pain, they're going to be forced to go back because we do have Catapult's bottom. We do see JSTorm here. They know they can force Pain back.
When Light Shadow gets committed, again, they still have that gem over here on Brile. In case the DK gets just a little bit too close. Obviously, they drop the tombstone. They're getting ready. Arrow does connect. There's going to be the Phoenix, but immediately going to get thrown up into the air. Egg gets thrown out, though, and the jump forward coming out from CCNC. They do get a dunk up. They're able to take down the Phoenix, and now it looks like, look at them, they're just slicing through that with all these glaives. CCNC trying to get up a little bit further, and for Rev, he's trying so hard, but they will be able to finally take him down. There's going to be the jump forward coming out from Milan. They'll be able to go and stun up, and Ritsu, he did actually go for that Manta style, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to get taken down. They chase him all the way back to that fountain. No Aegis required here. No buybacks on any of the three heroes that were just slain. They're going to be able to take this lane of Rax, and I don't know, are they going to keep going? Are they going to be a little greedy here?
I think they're fine. Yeah, they're
They
not
ping out the Roche. They want that. Not quite up just yet.
Yeah, and in my opinion, what actually won this fight was Mu. He ended up getting an Ogre, the blue Ogre. So you can see that everyone had extra 8 armor. Everyone was so low in terms of HP. I think without that 8 armor, everyone would die to the glaives, but they were able to withstand it. Great selection of creeps by Mu. And
That's
they
awesome.
pretty much just, yeah, they can take Roshan now. They do have the Alpha Wolf, complete control of the map. It's looking kind of rough now, with only one lane of barracks left, Moxie.
Yeah, it's about 15,000 lead over to the side of JSTorm. Well, let's ask the boss, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's ask Dota.
Oh man.
It looks like they're really rooting for JSTorm right now, but you know, it's Dota. The impossible can happen. It's a wonderful thing about this game is that anyone can throw.
That is true.
Hopefully they don't, but anyone can if necessary.
Yeah, they actually don't even. Doesn't look like they're waiting for Roshan here.
I feel like they're grouping up close by, though. They're waiting for it, I think.
March.
Doesn't look like they have to wait too long. Oh, Ritsu over here. He's got that BKB popped already, and they'll go, they'll use the Moonlight Shadow. It looks like Lela's going to just get taken down immediately, but they'll be able to get the kill on March. The leap forward, though, coming out for Rev. He really wants to get Ritsu. Can they get it in time? He's sitting so low that they're going to be able to throw him up into the air. Flea, it doesn't matter. They're going to take him down. Can they get the kill on Flea? They'll get him too. Luna going to buy back. They've got that Laguna Blade, and they're going to call GG.
That was so rough. When they placed the tombstone at high ground, Ritsu missed twice, so he barely touched the tombstone and his BKB were off.
Oh no.
That is one of the problems when you have to go BKB that early. Luna really relies on that BKB, and once it was off here, he just gets destroyed by the Lina.
Yeah, it felt like Paynex had like a really nice kind of idea of what they wanted to do here with these particular heroes. It just felt like it never really got started. Whereas, JSTorm, they started, getting just this little bit of an advantage, right? They had that rotation come out from Bryle after he was kind of struggling against CCNC. And from there, it just felt like they were very mobile, they were very fluid, they're moving around quite a bit.
Yeah, I do think JStorm, the way they utilized the Mirana plus Shaker lane was incredibly strong. I think you have to either ban the Mirana or the Shaker because the way they were using it was insane. So yeah, I guess maybe you just snatch the Shaker for yourself or you just ban the Shaker. I think that lane worked way too well for JStorm. I don't think you're supposed to lose that lane that hard.
So if you ban the Earthshaker, then what are you letting potentially through the draft? That was the question, right? Because there's so many heroes that you have to really be considerate about right now.
Yeah, but very few heroes offer what Shaker does, like the Fissure block. There's not a lot of heroes. That's why I mentioned this Lark. Actually, he can actually pounce for the Fissure, so he doesn't struggle that much against the hero. But yeah, maybe you just like pick a Spectre, a hero that can actually deal with those blocking things in Dota.
Shout out to Bryle here too, 17-0 and 7.
Yeah,
This is a
amazing.
kid that I've been very interested in watching him play because he played on, what was it, Animal Planet for a little while? Was that the one? Yeah, and just I was very, very impressed with the way that he was playing. And, he had a difficult time actually dealing with CCNC early on, but he was able to make up for it. And clearly, again, Dota's not about the kills, but just he played it quite well.
Yeah, it was perfect game. 17-0 and 7. It's incredibly impressive. And let's see if they're gonna give the lead again to Bryle.
All right. Well, we will be back, guys. Stick around.
ESL One Hamburg is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, Vodafone, DHL, Alienware, Logitech G, and PaySafe.